Welcome to a short film showing some of the projects recently undertaken by the Bayside Men's Shed Group. This is a toy stall of items made for the Beaumaris Christmas Festival. The Beaumaris North Primary School asked the men's shed if they could construct some sideshow alley games for a fete they were going to run in their school grounds. The organiser Shannon gave Peter Ewers a folder indicating the type of games she would like to include in the sideshow alley. Peter, using his computer drafting program, drew up 11 games for the men's shed members to construct in just 6 weeks. It was decided that each game was to be collapsible to allow them to be packed away in a minimum space. As each game was completed, it was delivered to the school for them to paint and ready for the fete. Most of the games cost the participants $1 to play, and at the end of the day the sideshow alley games alone had made around $300. This was quite remarkable since the fete experienced inclement weather which only got worse as the day wore on. The most popular game was the Crockery Smasher. Last year Don made a Christmas tree design planter box suitable for people with small gardens or balconies. It was thought it would be ideal for a herb garden on patios. The only problem was ensuring all sides could get some sun. The weight made casters uncontrollable. A carousel system was needed, so a donut-designed shelf retaining 16 golf balls was found to revolve quite easily. We were asked to make an honour board for Blackrock House. As luck would have it, we were given some blackwood shelving that had been removed from an office and were able to utilise this timber for the board. Our member Tom, who has a lifetime as a cabinet maker behind him, agreed to make the honour board with the help of others. Here you see Tom using hand tools skillfully to craft the contours and flatten the main panel. The side columns are to be turned on our lathe into the final shape, and Michael is smoothing down the panel to a flat finish. And here is the finished product. A rocking horse for a granddaughter with a head being carefully and skillfully carved by Roger. Here, the project is nearly finished. Lucky granddaughter. Here we see Ron discussing various timbers before committing them to the lathe. There is a great skill in achieving symmetry, and a final sandpapering helps. The base and ball are together, and what a beautiful finished product. Michael is obviously a student of the Henry Ford production line method. Let's hope he doesn't paint them all black, as Henry did with all his trucks. Here Ron is cutting out a rocking horse from a pattern. Two sides need to be cut very accurately and finished off before being joined. There is a considerable amount of finishing for this project, especially the horse's features captured in paint. Perhaps we will see another black caviar. As well as making items from new, our members can turn their hand at repairs. When the bell rings, all work stops for a friendly cuppa. We use this time to discuss various matters concerning the shed and some of the community projects we have been asked to undertake. We are fortunate that our member Steve undertakes the role of caring coordinator and keeps in touch with our sickies, reporting progress on their return to health and of course return to the shed. In order to distinguish between historic cabinet work and carpentry work, Paul decided to take some photos of the Sandringham Club. Some of the chair backs had been broken and one of the ornately carved finials had been lost, requiring a new one to be made. This craftsmanship has become a lost art, and the only method Paul could see was to cast an identical copy in wood putty using the broken specimen to make the mould. The cast produces the basic shape, but most of the carved details are missing. Here Paul is using the original broken finial in the foreground as the model to duplicate the carving before gluing the two halves together. The damaged chair is cleaned, French polished and then repaired. The two casts are now glued together and stained to match the original. A new collar has to be made as well. Finally, both chairs are finished and look almost as good as new. The original art of carving may be lost, but this method achieved a similar result. In the future, it will be 3D printing that comes to the rescue. Here is an all-in-one table and bench set, which has proven to be very popular in our local early learning and playgroup centres. This design has been crafted by Peter, and Alistair is assisting with finishing the item prior to it being distributed to one of the centres. This particular set is made from waterproof plywood, as it is intended to be used outside. Piper Street Food Company cater for the Kyneton aged care. Beaumaris Men's Shed was asked to produce wood serving boards for use at their Autumn Harvest Feast charity dinner. Well over $11,000 was raised for their building program. We were given a pallet load of Corian offcuts. Corian is a ceramic material used in kitchen benchtops. The men have made many innovative items from this material. Here is John, our Vice President, cutting the Corian for assembly into a Kleenex tissue dispenser. This farmyard and barn set has been made by Jeff from a suggested design of a playgroup mother. The item is apparently well loved by the youngsters in the playgroup, and we expect to receive a number of requests for more of the same from other community groups. Sign writing has traditionally been a highly skilled and laborious job.
The process now is called weeding, where we take out the background. Whatever vinyl is not required, the vinyl has to be applied to the job.
The set-out alone would take hours, and when gold leaf was to be used, these micron-thick leaves could only be applied with a sable brush. Not only was the material expensive, but over the years tarnishing could make the lettering very uneven in colour and the style of the sign writer.
These ones here,
Maybe 1 mil.
yeah, about 1/2 millimetre, 0.3 of a mil, those ones there, the weatherboard lines.
Yeah,
But what I'm removing now is probably about,
the ones still left behind.
yeah, they're about
Really?
0.3 of a mil.
Like most other jobs, technology has come to the rescue and now guarantees uniformity and an economy of time.